What's going on, guys? This is Empty Box, and this is Project Cars, which is up to work in progress build number 917, which means that this video is recorded about a month and a half before this game's release. As such, there's still going to be bugs, there's still erratic behaviors, things to be squished and squashed before the game's release, but there's still time to do so. So just kind of keep that in the back of your mind. And we'll carry on about our day. We're doing a 15-lap race here at Zolder, driving the Aston Martin V8 Vantage GT4 against a whole host of other GT4 cars, driven by the AI, set to 100 difficulty. And, well, yeah, that should just about cover everything that I need to say as for the setup of this video. But the AI should play out, give us a very nice race, I feel. At least that's what it did in my testing, so hopefully it works out as well. But a lot of people have been asking for a Project Cars video, so I figured, you know what, now is a good time to take a look at it because it has been a long while, plus the fact that it's only a month and a half out at this stage, so it should be much more defined and much more consistent across the board at this stage. Which I'm pleased to report, yes, it is. But, well, yeah. Okay, here's where we go. Let's talk about the most controversial part of Project Cars because, well, yeah, it's kind of a big part of Project Cars. That'd be physics, but I want to start this off with that whole debate. I want to start this off with a bit of a shut up. A bit of a different line of thinking, hopefully, because reactions for this game are very black and white. You know, there are people who will say, "Oh, well, you know, it's got the Stig and Nick Hamilton and." Then there's Renee Rast. It's just like, it's the best racing simulator ever! They'll have that reaction, and then there's people who will try and convince you that this is like every third world dictator plus Ebola all rolled into one. Like, it's the worst thing you could ever possibly imagine. Like, it's worse than the asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs. Like, they have that reaction. There's very little actual meaningful discussion compared to the amount of just fanboyistic wank from both sides.
Pile on the pressure. Come on, keep at him. You're gonna get past him.
And yes, you can turn that guy off because he does get very annoying. Just left him on for the sake of demonstration in this video. But you know, I look at it this way. I can say Race Room Racing Experience is a sim. And nobody will think twice, nobody will go crazy, no one will be out to, like, you know, kill me with fire or anything like that. You know, there's no angry mob with pitchforks and torches if I say that. But if you say the same thing about Project Cars, oh buddy, the debate is going to ensue. When, at least as far as I'm concerned, this game is no less realistic than that game. You know, it's like, this isn't R Factor 2, this, you know, isn't Assetto Corsa, iRacing Game, Stock Car, whatever, you know, your top physics sim is. Because your opinions are going to vary. But, you know, I don't think it's, like, to that level, but I think it is sort of to that, whoopsie daisy. It is sort of to that next level right below it where, you know, it isn't just about the physics, it's more about the whole package, but it's still realistic enough that with that package it can be classified as a sim. If that makes any sense. I don't know, I really, in the short summary of this video right here up front, this is like Race Room Racing Experience. You know, this is a modern version of GTR Evolution, or alternatively GTR 2. It's not necessarily the most impressive physics out there on the market available, but at the same time, it's not that bad that it makes me want to not play the game, at least in most cases. You know, there are still some cars here that, as of this, you know, time frame, I guess you could say, I just can't enjoy, and I think they just kind of drive very weirdly. For example, a lot of the road cars I find do kind of swashbuckle, and they just wallow around. It kind of feels like you're driving on way underinflated tires. If you've ever experienced that sensation, it's just like there's no directionality to anything, just kind of bleh. But for the most part, the race cars, you know, have a really good indication of what this is going to end up being come release time, which honestly I think is a very capable, competent, I'm going to say it, racing sim. Just looked out my window, there's an angry mob forming up right now. But yeah, I just don't agree with some of the craziness that takes place around discussions of this game. I like that move, it's so cool. So he basically bumped me, which caused my tire to lock up. That was totally not awesome, sir. But it's like, honestly, if I take these physics, plus the force feedback, plus the weather system, plus AI that can provide races like this, and not have the crazy inconsistency and the craziness that happened on that first lap, there's a pretty good game here. There's something to be liked in this game. Like, it can exist as something more than just, this is the most realistic physical depiction of this car, when in reality I think it's kind of silly. You know, for example, I'm going to take a shot here at R Factor 2. Okay, R Factor 2, I really like the physics over there, I like the force feedback, drives amazing. And then people will insist on driving them on these low-quality circuits that basically don't resemble even the track that they're supposed to be, which that's a lot of the third-party mod community tracks. But and it's like, where do you draw the line? Where does something not become a sim? It's like Project Cars here, for example, the weather system. Oh my goodness, the weather system. You take this weather system and you put it in any other sim, any other game, and I should have known that was going to happen. Should have known that was going to happen. You put it in any other game, instantly it becomes an improved game. Like, honestly, R Factor 2 has a weather system, okay, that does a lot of the same things, but it's better implemented here in Project Cars. It's more useful, it's more usable, it's less clunky, less all over the place. It's better. But yeah. I know I'm not going to change anyone's opinions because this is, after all, a video on the internet, so there's that, but that's my thought process on it. I do find it funny, though, in the Race Room Racing Experience DTM 1992 video, I saw like 2 people commenting on the physics. I didn't say anything about the physics at all the entirety of the video, but nobody was complaining. Nobody said, oh, I bought this because it looked cool and the physics absolutely suck, it's totally unrealistic, when that game is just as unrealistic as this game. Like, both games are really super forgiving. Both games you can drive like an absolute madman and totally ignore any sort of throttle control. You know, compared to some of those more well-accepted sims, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying the same thing over and over again. Okay, I'm not going to go for that move again. I know how that works out. I've done that a time or two now. I mean, honestly.
You're getting really close.
Oh, wait. We've got some cloud cover now.
You'll get past him.
We got a good race going on. I don't care. You know, if you want to say the game's not a sim or whatever, I think you got to say that
That's your fastest lap
this is
so
still
far
some
today.
pretty interesting racing going on here. But force feedback, though, that's something I have to really say. Much improved since I last played Project Cars. That's something that was a focus of their development time fairly recently, and definitely shows. You know, for the most part, the race cars, you know, definitely very directional, and you know, they don't have that floaty feeling. Whereas I will say some of the road cars still
It looks
do.
like your best opportunity to overtake is under braking for the slow corner. Try and
Yada, yada,
slipstream
yada.
past him on the straight.
Some of the road cars do still feel numb at the steering wheel, and the physics do kind of feel boat-ish, swashbuckle-ish, but I kind of already addressed that. But on the race cars, which I think are really the main attraction for Project Cars from a PC standpoint, I think the community is just more interested in race cars than, for example, street cars here on PC. I think that's just my personal opinion and what I've noticed, but you know, I think the force feedback on the race cars is really quite good. You know, you can feel when the front end loses grip. You can feel the scrub of the tires. You know, I definitely put this well ahead of, for example, Assetto Corsa. I mean, the force feedback's like 10,000% better than Assetto Corsa or iRacing.
See if you can force him into an error and slip past.
And yes, I honestly do mean that. So it's like, you know, you combine the driving package plus a race like this offline plus the weather system, which, you know, you run a 24-hour race, get your day-night transitions, your weather transitions, and everything like that. I mean, how can't you just say yes? I mean, come on. So let's see, what lap are we on? I also like how you can cycle through the display pages. It's kind of one of those little neat little features.
Pile on the pressure. This is great stuff. You're going to do him in the next few laps.
Let's go for it again! I think we might have him on exit. Ha-ha! Gotcha! Then I totally lock up the brakes. Where's he at? Where's he at? Okay, we got space.
Switch on and stay focused. We need consistent lap times now. Really push hard.
Yeah. I know what I'm doing. I understand what this race means. I understand what that position means. Okay, come on. And yes, you can turn that guy off
Use your slipstream to get close to him on the straight.
because he is quite
Then dive
annoying
up the
and
inside
really
under braking for the slow corners.
basic
Try and keep it
in
clean
his
and tight.
information. You know, he doesn't really say anything that you probably don't already know. I figured I'd just leave him on for demonstration. Cut this guy up a little bit. Now, I'm still not entirely sold on this game. I do think it is definitely a massive improvement since I last took a look at it. I think there's still a couple of loose ends. You know, I would like to see the road cars drive a little bit better, which I think they probably will end up doing just over the course of the next month and a half. But
Okay, mate, let's see if we can get him on this lap. Try to force an error. He's under big pressure now.
there's that
Come on, you can
AI
take it.
consistency. But I think a lot of these things are things that will be improved between now and then, and it's already fairly good at this
That's
stage.
the fastest lap of the race. Great lap.
So you know what? I'm just going to take this lap, remain silent, and let you guys listen to the engine noise.
Okay, mate, be patient now. You will force an error, so let's just wait for him to make a mistake. Great job, you're 1 second behind the leader, you can do it, take him. You're inching closer all the time, this is great stuff. Come on, you can take him. Line up your move and get it on.
I've kind of figured that out by now there, dude. We overcooked it a bit. Alrighty, we got a race. We got a car to pass. Because our engineer has conveniently informed us. I have to say though, I'm really liking the behavior of the AI. They are a little
Trying
bit.
to get a good run from the last corner. Slipstream past him on the straight.
They're a bit too inconsistent. They occasionally will just move right over into you like you're not even there, but for the most part, that applies to every other racing game out there, not just this game. So. I mean, if this quality of a race can become the norm, my goodness, will this game get a lot of play for me.
Currently setting the fastest lap of the race. Keep it up.
That's still an if though, so don't expect that. I swear this guy all of a sudden is driving much faster now that I'm basically all over his rear wing.
It looks like the best opportunity to overtake is under braking into the slow corner.
Well, thank you, Mr. Race Engineer. Who would have thought? The best place to pass is under braking. My mind is blown. I know some people are probably yelling at the monitor right now saying, just pass him, just muscle your way on by. Where's the fun in that? Spoke too soon. Spoke too soon. Get back here. do have the damage turned down because, well, stuff like that does happen. But where's the fun in racing like that, you know? It's like that, the Gran Turismo move that everybody has always done in that game. And
your lap time's a little bit erratic. Try and line up some strong, consistent laps. Keep focused and get back on it.
you know, he's turning the fastest laps of the race. Guy puts me in the wall, erratic lap times. I don't know. But the Gran Turismo move where you just, you know, go into the corner and use the guy as a brake to make the corner. Yeah, you could do that, but come on. Let's be sporting. It's more fun that way. So we got 2 laps to catch this guy. Get some wheel spin there. Sloppy. This isn't way too hot. Gonna get you one way or another. Gonna get you. Gonna get you. WMG is about to ban me. Wahoo! I have the greatest singing voice ever, though. You guys know it. I was going to yell at me for inconsistent lap times and see it.
Okay, your pace has dropped off a little bit. Tyres are still good. Still dig out some fast times.
How would you know if the tires are still good? I'm on the pit wall. It's my virtual butt who's in the virtual seat. Come on.
Feeling the pressure.
Yes. Get through the chicane nicely. There we go. Back to square one. It's like it never even happened. Oh wow, we're half a second up on my best so far. It's great. It's fantastic.
Getting really close now. Hustle him. Try and force him into a mistake. Come on, you can do it.
Come on, why aren't you yelling at me for my erratic times? Turn the lights on. Extra intimidation.
It's now or never. Go for the win. Take it.
Flash them on and off. Do it again just for comedic effect. Okay, we should have a good run in the second chicane here.
Use your slipstream to get close to him in the straight and try and dive up the inside for the braking.
Okay, I'm going to go to the inside, then I'm going to juke back to the outside. Okay, one last chicane. Suddenly this race turned quite serious. Ah! That's a bummer. But he only won because he flat out wrecked us. And we know that. So we can take comfort in that. So, yeah. 4/10 of a second? That's pretty cool. It's margin of victory, but still. Marco, I hope you lose sleep at night over that one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Alright, bye.